Good day, everyone. Today, I will be talking about the instructional materials in education under Module 3, Lesson 1. Contents of this topic. The first one is the guide to the selection of instructional materials. The second one is the roles of instructional materials. The third one is the types of instructional materials. And lastly, the fourth one is selecting suitable materials for online learning. First, let's go with the guidance in the selection of instructional materials. Instructors must be thoroughly familiar with all the content in media used in instruction, and also they will select only instructional media that are consistent with students' capabilities and learning styles. Instructional media should be chosen objectively rather on the basis of the teacher's personal preference or bias. It is chosen on the basis of their contributions to the learning outcomes. Instructional media should also be produced locally by instructor, usually makes significant contribution to learning, and also follow learning activities and appropriate to the teaching formats being used. Next one presents the 7 guidelines in selection of instructional materials. The first one is purpose. The second one, flexibility. The third one, development. The fourth one is the guide learners. And the fifth, objectives. The sixth, diversity. And lastly, the content. Now, let us go over with the roles of instructional materials. There are 3 basic classes of instruction methods and its roles in different teaching learning systems. The first class of techniques is the individualized instruction. Its examples are directed study, open learning, distance learning, programmed learning, mediated self-instruction, computer-based learning. The role of the teachers for this is to produce or manage or to tutor and guide. The second class of techniques is the group of learning. Its examples are tutorials, seminars, group exercises and projects, games and simulation, and self-help groups. The role of the teachers for this is to organize and facilitate. The third class of techniques is the mass instruction. Its examples are conventional lectures, expository lessons, television, radio broadcasts, and films. The role of the teachers for this is traditional expository role or the controller. Let us now go to the types of instructional materials. The first one is the printed and duplicated materials. These all comprises all textuals and handout materials to be used by students or trainees, which can be gone off in a large numbers by printing machines, photocopiers, and duplicators. Its examples are books and magazines. The next one is the non-projected display materials. They allow instructions to move from abstract ideas to concrete experiences. Non-projected visuals are the real objects model, still pictures, field trip, and display materials. Its examples are bulletin board and charts. The next one is the still projected display materials. Project visuals are defined as media formats in which text and still images are enlarged and displayed on illuminated screen. Its examples is projector. Next is the technological instructional media. This is an audiovisual type and include radio programs, educational films, and educational television, slides, presentation, and language laboratories. Its example is educational movies and educational TV shows. Materials and technology. Technology offers alternative materials. It also offers classroom interactions. Computers, is now known than a major technological change, and the internet, it brings further changes all over the world. Let us now go to the last content of this topic, which is selecting suitable materials for online learning. Online tools for teaching and learning. The first one is Kahoot. Kahoot is a free student response tool for administering quizzes, facilitating discussions, or collecting survey data. It is a game-based classroom response system played by the whole class in real time. The next example is Plickers. A Plicker is an assessment tool which allows teachers to collect on-the-spot formative assessment data through online game and lessons. Next is Edpuzzle, a free assessment-centered tool that allows teachers and students to create interactive online videos by embedding either open-ended or multiple-choice questions, audio, notes, audio tracks, or comments on a video. The next one is the ClassClick, a free digital formative assessment tool that allows teachers to create lessons and assignments that students work through on their devices at their pace. Next is Padlet. A Padlet is a virtual bulletin board in which collaborators can simultaneously create and organize posts of any content type, whether it be text, documents, images, video, links, and etc. Next is Schoology. A Schoology is an online learning management system or LMS that allows educators to organize curriculum, create lesson plans, and provide students assessment. Next is Quizlet. It takes information and converts it into flashcards, quizzes, and games so that users can study the same information in a variety of forms. Next is Canva. It can be used to create a variety of images including event flyers, resumes, cards, certificates, and infographics. Next is the YouTube. It is very popular among these days, a free tool that allows you to create, collect, and organize videos around specific topic or interest. Next is the Muslim Kids TV, the first Islamic internet TV for children to spend time learning about Islam, enjoy interactive games, download and print educational resources. Here are my references. That is all. Hope you learned something. Thank you. Presented by Araniel Evangeline, BSED-Science 2 students.